Dear Diary, today is September 29th, 1997. It's been about a month since the last account? The box didn't really catch on like I was hoping it would. People are either ignoring it or vandalizing it. It was the talk of the school for a while there, though. Lots of prank accounts or straight-up venting sessions, but seems things have slowed down a lot in the past couple days. But here, listen to some of these. My mother hates me. Get in line. My sister took my sweater and won't give it back. I hate my dad. He says I have to start paying rent and car insurance and blah, blah, blah. See, what even are these? People are just using it as free therapy. It's a total waste. This box is stupid. Oh, look, an insulting one. How fun. And shouldn't exist, just like the Blackwaters. Wait a minute. I can't stand the Blackwaters. Their entire family gives me the creeps. The entire family? How many of them are there? Why do they have the same name as the school? Do they own it? You know, now that I'm thinking about it, this isn't the only account that mentioned the Blackwaters. There were a couple throughout the week. I didn't think much of them. I thought it was just a normal bullying thing, but maybe there's more to it. This is the first one to mention the family, though, and not just the name itself. Don't even get me started. The mom herself is creepy as is. She's super tall, has long black hair, extremely pale, always wears dark burgundy lipstick and some form of a black dress with pearls. So many pearls. When my family and I first moved to town, she was the first at our door with a plate of cookies in hand. She always came alone, despite having a kid about my age and a seemingly perfectly normal husband. She actually seemed pretty nice at first. She would come over and talk my mom's ear off, and she even stayed for dinner a couple times. But within weeks, my mom was enthralled with her. Every decision she made on the school board, every charity collection, every church fundraiser, my mom was there, following her like a lost puppy. It only took about 3 weeks of knowing her for my mom to completely change every ideal she ever had. We joined the church on Mrs. Blackwaters' requests, despite us never being a part of a church before. My mom also started spending way less time at home. She even quit her new job to join the church's work team. It was crazy. This woman took over my mom's life and simultaneously my life as well. Whoa. I wonder why she didn't greet us. We've been here about 2 months and I never would have known about the Blackwaters without these accounts. Do they know about my family, or were we just not what they were looking for? And this is just Mrs. Blackwater. Mr. Blackwater is even weirder. No one knows anything about him. He barely leaves their mansion of a house and never talks to anyone. Of course, unless there's a party, in which case he chats up all the dads about business and the economy and is basically the life of the party. So we have a mom who's overly entwined in the town's affairs, and a dad that only comes out of the shadows for parties? Extrovert-introvert combo? That's not that weird. And Olivia, she has to be the strangest of them all. Olivia. That sounds familiar. She's a perfect mix of both her weirdo parents. She almost never talks like her dad, but she's somehow popular like her mom. She's the spitting image of her mom as well. Same long black hair, black outfits, and straight up reflective pale skin. I feel like not all of her is really there most of the time. Once I had a project with her, this huge history essay poster presentation thing. It was worth a stupid amount of our grade. Screw Mr. Gardlin. He was the worst, always making tests and projects worth way too much, and always making us do random partner work. Olivia herself wasn't all bad. She knew her stuff and was clearly very smart, but when I tried to set up plans to get parts of the project done, she was either busy or said we would have to work at my house or at school, which is crazy considering how huge her house is. Anyway, the night before we had to present, we still needed to touch up our essay. My house was off limits because my parents weren't home, and it was late, so everything in this stupid tiny town was closed. Ah, the perks of a small town. It's only a nice, quiet town because everything closes at 8:30. That one the hard way. The other week, my mom came home late from work and wanted to get a pizza for dinner, and to our dismay, it was very, very closed. That was Not a fun night. Anyways, I rushed to her house so we could get work done. When I knocked, her dad answered and let me in. He smiled but didn't talk. He led me to a huge sitting room and disappeared into a hallway. About a minute or so later, Olivia appeared and begrudgingly led me to her room. We worked on the project, but she stayed rather quiet. At one point, I had to go to the bathroom. Olivia escorted me there, then waited for me to finish and escorted me back to her room, almost like she didn't want me to find something. Or go looking for something. I wonder what's so important to hide that a guest would need an escort to the bathroom. The minute we finished, she kicked me out. She didn't even offer to walk me home or have her dad drive me. She basically slammed the door in my face and told me to hurry home. Perhaps she meant it more as hurry home. Someone you don't want to meet is coming. She obviously didn't want company. Maybe her mom's the issue? I'm not sure, of course. Just silly speculations, I guess. Since then, she hasn't talked to me. I once tried to say hi, and she pretended not to know me. Luckily, I don't hang around with her group of people, but still, not cool. Okay, this girl needs to calm down. She obviously didn't want people in her house. The only weird part of her so far is the mom, and even then, she just sounds charismatic. Man, this girl goes on. It's not like you could escape them either. They run everything around here. Well, the mom runs everything. Olivia and her dad kind of stay in the shadows, but her mom is crazy. She runs the PTA, the church, every charity in town. She even sponsors and helps run a couple of the smaller businesses in town, which all sounds like good things, but she's a menace. She makes more money than anyone in this stupid town and yet keeps making people pay. Even wealthier people don't hold up against her. She stays consistently on top of the rich people food chain. So she's a fantastic, greedy businesswoman? So what? I'm just so sick of giving Blackwaters money while they don't give back a dime. But if you don't do what they ask, they'll shun you and no one would bat an eye or frankly even realize. But it doesn't seem any of the parents even want to. They love her for some reason. They crave her validation. It's like she scratched that. The whole family has some weird superpower to get people to do whatever they want. It's ridiculous. I can't wait to get out of this town and get far, far away from the Blackwaters. Well, that was something. I wouldn't say creepy, but it's definitely strange. Although nothing feels exactly wrong. They sound a little odd, but nothing completely outrageous. I do still wonder why I haven't met them yet, if they're this big a deal. I have a feeling they are definitely hiding something in their house. Why else would a seemingly introverted man do a complete personality switch if not to distract guests from lurking? Anyways, I have some Oh my god, math! That's why her name seemed familiar. A girl named Olivia sits next to me in math. I wonder if it's her. I'll find out tomorrow at school. Olivia Blackwater. Has a nice ring to it. Signing off. Hi everyone. Our writer for this episode is Clover N. Our voice comes from Clover N for Eden. This episode was produced and edited by Corde G and Tobi H. We really hope you enjoyed our 4th episode of Blackwater. We hope you will tune in on June 14th for episode 5 on YouTube and Spotify at mi_Lotus Valley. If you're eager for extra content, you can check out our YouTube and TikTok again at mi_Lotus Valley. Thank you so much for listening, and again, please join us in 2 weeks on June 14th for the release of episode 5 of Blackwater.